Everybody, this is the Origami of the Day video for Tuesday, April 28th, 2009. I am behind in my videos for the first time that I've started this whole thing, and it's freaking me out, but I'm gonna try to at least get through this one today, because they're not terribly simple, and I just got had a lot of things going on. So let's get right to this one. This is going to be an owl, and hopefully we'll get through it easily. Okay. All right, so this owl model starts out with the bird base, which, if you remember from Monday's video, begins with the square base. So I'm going to go through both of those bases fairly quickly to get us to the beginning point again of this particular model. So what you're going to do is to take your paper, in this case with my white side facing up, and first fold it in half in both directions, horizontally and vertically. Then open it back up, flip it over, and fold it in half on the diagonal. Then when you open it up, what it will do, if you've folded it in half on that diagonal, it will want to fold in. Now in this case I've continued ahead, so there's an extra fold in here, but it's going to fold in on that diagonal fold. So you can very easily fold it in and down onto itself. And that point there is the square base. From there, what you're going to do is to fold in both directions these corners, so to the center line. And if you want, you can even fold it in half so that you create a center line. But fold it to the center line in both directions. And then also fold down this top part like that in both directions. And once you've done that, you open it all back up like this, and then you're going to lift the top piece up, and it will crease along that top crease there. Open it up like this, and as you do that, you're going to fold in on these side bits, and again that will also automatically sort of fold in on those creases that you just created. And then you can flatten this down and even it out, because in this case I need to make a little adjustments because it's not quite true in the center. Then you're going to flip it around, do the same on this side, lift it up, it's going to bend on that fold right there, push in on these outside portions into the center, and fold it down straight. And this is your bird base that we're starting with. And I'm going to take a second to just even this out so you don't see quite as much of a line, because my fold at the top here isn't. I'm trying to do this quickly, and this is what happens when I try to do it quickly. So I'll fix that up, and we'll continue in just a second. Next, what you're going to do is fold down the flaps so that your piece looks like this, kind of like a kite, and then fold in each of these corners to the center line like that. Then flip it around and do the same thing on that other side. So when you're done, your piece is going to look like this. Okay, yes, I am not in the same clothes I was in a second ago, am I? That's because this is the next day. Oh my lord, this has just been one of those weeks, and I am so behind. But learning curve, and you know, the faster you try to do something sometimes the longer it takes you. So rushing is not always a good thing, and procrastination not always a good thing either. So two big lessons this week. So when we left off yesterday, we had our piece and it looked like this. And the next bit is to create the wings of this owl. And in the instructions, it just shows you pulling these things out from the inside here. And voila, there they were, wings. Well, that was a little more challenging than it looks. So the heck with that one. Here we are on our next model. And you can see this is one side already completed with that piece pulled out. And it's very difficult for me to really demonstrate this or tell you how I got it to work. I had to sort of finagle it so that it looked like this, which is similar to the picture. And all I can say is when you're pulling this piece out, and you're pulling it out so that the folded part is going to be facing you when you do it. And as you pull it out, you're kind of folding it back on itself. And here I just really eyeballed it to try to make the one side look like the other. On the inside of this, if you can see how it's kind of folded on a angle there and back on itself. This was very tricky, and I just struggled with trying to show you how to make it happen, because this here is the direction. 2 arrows going out like that with nothing else except the resulting picture. So here we have it. And you'll see this little sort of triangle peeking out, and then the wings themselves, the wing itself will come down at an angle. And that is what you're shooting for. And I hope you can make it happen. But I did it. I worked on it on the one last night, and then had to work on it again today to get it to look like this. The back is like this. Now the next bits, these little parts are pretty easy. You're folding down the tip to here, just below the little V there, and then folding over again like this. And this is where that bone folder really helped to make this stick down. And then on the bottom, you're going to fold first in one direction the top piece, and then in the other direction the bottom piece, and that creates feet. And then the last thing you're going to do is flip this around, and I discovered you need a pair of scissors because we're going to be making a little snip here to flip up what look like the ears, but it's really just, you know, the feathers of the owl. So grab a pair of scissors and we'll do that last little step. So here is where you're making the snip with your scissors. I've already lifted up the one side, so you're putting your scissors right in there and making a little snip on the back piece so that you can flip this up, and then when you flip it around, it's the ears on your owl. And after you've done that, if you haven't gotten them, like right now these aren't exactly the same, and you might want it just a little bit shorter for the full owl effect, so you can even them up once you've done it, once you've made the initial cuts. There you have it, your owl. That one was a real struggle. I didn't realize it was going to be such a struggle. And now I've only got 2 more to do to get caught back up. So, oh my goodness, a crazy week. Tomorrow's, which is actually yesterday's, uses a dollar bill. So the next one in the series, you want to have a dollar bill in order to do, and I'm sure that one's going to be a lot of fun. So it's a snail made with a dollar bill. So here's your owl. It is cute, but phew, what a lot of work. I'll see you back here soon for the next one.